Hey guys, what's up here? Welcome back to another Spectate gameplay. Today we're taking a look at Korea's unique mid lane pick. Probably the best mid lane pick in Korea for solo queue that no other regions really take use of. That pick is Taliyah. So no other region really plays this in solo queue that much, but in Korea it's really popular. So I'm just going to slow this down here and quickly show you some more stats around this. So first things first, these your runes and masteries. Quickly pause the video and copy that shit down. But moving on, I want to show you just how popular Taliyah is in high elo Korea. So this guy, right now we're spectating this guy called Yukao. He is the sub mid laner for KT. So you can see here, his most played champion is Taliyah, 62% win rate. Rookie as well, 78% win rate, most played. These are all challenger, right? Rookie second account, Taliyah, most played. Kuro, Taliyah, most played, 60% win rate, challenger again. Faker. Faker doesn't play Taliyah as much, but still 63% win rate, plays it a lot. You know, it's still in his champion pool. This geezer is a random solo queue guy. Zhao Wan, again, Taliyah, right up there, 63% win rate. Even Crown as well, not quite so high, but he still plays her. And then there's Coco as well. He's master tier here, but still he picks up Taliyah as well. So loads of pro. These are all pro players. They all play Taliyah mid lane. And then you've got Pobelter here. Now Pobelter obviously is the only Western mid laner that I've showcased so far. He's in Challenger as well. He plays other champions, but Taliyah, it's a small sample size, but he's not very good on Taliyah compared to these Asian, Korean mid laners. So obviously it's something that you're not really seeing too much outside of Korea. So I kind of just want to show her off a little bit today, show you guys how to play some Taliyah. Because if you want to pick her up, she's really solid in the solo queue. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the spectate here. And let's get crack-a-lacking. So, first things first, Taliyah plays very differently to most other standard mid laners. A lot of other mid laners, you're looking to try and get advantages over the opposing laner with harass, out CSing and stuff like that. Taliyah's whole gameplay, I should probably do the fog of war here. Taliyah's whole gameplay really revolves around your ability to pressure the mid lane, mostly just by the position of the minion wave. Yeah, basically position of the minion wave. So you'll see that it's kind of like an intangible, if that makes sense. You're not just gaining pressure mid by bullying the enemy mid laner. You're gaining pressure mid by controlling minion waves on the position thereafter. So right now you can see you'll see later on, at least when you get your mana items, you'll be shoving mid lane a lot and roaming. That's really what it's all about. But at this stage of the game, you're just kind of CSing a little bit until you get your items as well. And yeah, so we'll skip forward this stuff because you're basically just last hitting and things. But getting a very early blue buff, this is very Korean tactic. But as you, oh shit, didn't actually get it. Yikes, unlucky right there. But you got to be careful with the 2v2 matchup with Kat, Gragas into Lee Sin, Taliyah, because whereas Lee Sin's stronger than Gragas at this level, Katarina's actually, don't underestimate Katarina. She's got a huge amount of burst damage at this level, and Taliyah not really so much. So something as well that's unique about Taliyah that you're going to have to worry about when you're playing her, when you're trying to learn her. She's definitely a champion with a high skill cap that you're going to have to practice a lot of. And if you can see here, if I can just get rid of the thingy here, if you can see these this red circle here, anytime that Taliyah uses her Q, which is that thing that fires out 4 shots in a row, anytime she uses that ability, she's going to put that ground down. And then if you use the ability while in that ground, you're only going to fire out 1 shot. So right here, you see, she uses her Q, it puts down the ground, and now she uses, right there you saw, she used her Q when she was standing in the ground, and it only throws out 1. Now that's something you're going to have to manage. Most of the time, you're going to want to try and get, if possible, you want to try and get off the multiple hits with your Q, because that's what does the most damage, obviously. But you know, you're going to have to manage the ground, because if you just throw out your Qs non-stop, then you're not going to have enough. You know, you're just going to cover your mid lane in this tainted ground. Now, I'm not the best Taliyah player, so that might be something you have to try out for yourself, but I know that it's something that you've got to be respectful of here. So notice as well how Yukao here has put down the... It's going to get 1v1 first blood there. Beautiful stuff. I just want to rewind this really quickly and just show you how she used the E here to kind of zone Katarina. So she's put the E down here to stop Katarina from jumping onto her dagger. Or at least not stop it, but make it so that if she does jump onto the dagger here, she's going to take a little bit of harass. So kind of smart positioning there for use of the minefield here. Also, you can see in the CS totals, this is kind of what Talia is all about, really. Just managing minion waves and CSing as well as you can. So when Katarina jumps towards here, she's risking jumping on the minefield, which means that Talia can position herself between the minefield and the dagger, because she knows that's where Katarina's most likely just going to be headed, else she's going to run into the minefield and that's going to screw her over. And when it happens, again, positioning herself where the circle isn't, so she can get that massive flurry of Qs off. And that in itself, being able to fire out, because your Qs go in a straight line once you press the ability, right? So you have to position yourself so you can like weave, I guess, just like track like this, moving side to side, so you can keep on firing that. And that's something that will take practice, because the positioning of that is kind of tricky. But either way, first blood, that's good stuff. Katarina is not a weak laner either. She has the strongest level, well, arguably the strongest level 2 power spike in the game, so you can get caught by that. You've got to respect that if you're playing versus Katarina. But I'm going to just like skip forward a little bit at this lane phase, because, you know, this stuff's kind of boring. But rushing Morellonomicon as your first item, that's always what you want to go for, because Morello's gives you a huge amount of regen, and regen is what it's all about. Mana regen, you want to do that stuff. So look as well here how she's zoning the Katarina away. She's got her shove as well, so you put the minefield down, and then if Katarina jumps into you, just shove her onto the minefield. And then, you know, cheeky little purchase here of the null magic mantle as well. It means that Katarina can't all in you. She tries to all in you, she fails miserably, and boom, there you go. And now she can shove this really, really hard as well, which is what it's all about. So it's not just about getting kills. I guess this is a bit of an exception because she's getting kills. But it's like, a lot of it, you'll see, especially now that you've reached level 6, because you do not have this combat ultimate, you're not going to be able to use that to your advantage. You're not going to be able to put that ultimate down and just like win in the 1v1. So you're going to try and just like pressure the mid lane and then roam around if you can. Like shove it under tower a lot, or just like use this to get like a CS advantage. Why is Katarina jumping in? Like, she can't do anything, you know, and it's just like, although there's no vision here, you got to be careful. She's down, weaving the Qs in between the mini waves as well there. Beautiful stuff from Talia there. Nice Gragas ultimate, blows both summoners. And then pieces out, because top lane's roaming down. Cheeky. Alright, let's skip forward here. Shoving mid lane in again, because you can do that 24/7, baby. Let's go. And see what she's going to do. She might look to start roaming around a little bit more here, but when she does roam, she needs to roam with purpose. So if she sees a lane that has been harassed, is under tower, you can roam and you can set up the dive. If she sees a lane that's gankable, she can roam and she can just go and gank. But what she's doing right now, because her lanes are winning, you don't have to roam 24/7. I mentioned that that's kind of what Talia does, is like get pressure and roam a lot. But if your lanes are doing fine by themselves, I should probably change this around here, sorry guys. If your lanes are doing fine by themselves, as we can see, Cho'Gath winning the 1v1. Bot lane's like doing okay, but they've got more kills even though they're down in CS, but still, they're doing fine. She can just use this to gain a bigger advantage over Katarina here. Maybe even threaten the 1v1 kill, which she's done before in the past, so let's see if she can... if she decides to roam here. She doesn't have her ultimate up for quite a while, so if she does roam, we just have to be a bog standard. Get on your walking shoes and see what you can do. Katarina's getting a little bit too big for her boots. If Kat wasn't so far behind, she may have had that. But Kat, mate, you are getting blasted. How about you don't go for that shit? Alright, let's just get through this stuff here, because this is just... she's melting right now. She's popping off. Something that is kind of cool to note, though, is this... her adaptive item build here. Most of the time, rushing Morellonomicon is the way to go. But just getting that really subtle null magic mantle just to help out a little bit. So here we go. Here comes the roam with the ultimate. Now notice how she puts the ultimate down in such a position here that she can ride it to get down, but it still also cuts off the enemy escape. Because now Kog'Maw Lulu only has one way to get out of here. To be fair, they've already dedicated pretty hard anyway, but still, Like, these guys know that they're going to get cut off. So if they go for the dive here, they have to then proper dedicate to it. Because Talia's there. She reacts to it. Boom. So if Talia was losing this lane, if Talia didn't have this mid lane pressure, imagine if it was the other way around. It would be really hard for Talia to roam down right now. Because she'd be under her tower all the time. She'd miss too much. She'd be too weak, right? So getting this mid lane pressure really helps her. Means that she can roam around and actually make these kind of plays. And this is what is so good about Talia, is her ability to not only just influence her own lane, but if you really like roaming around, and then you can influence other lanes really easily as well. All right, let's see. We've got to be careful of going over aggressive here. You can definitely threaten to try and like chip away at this mid lane, try and actually get this tower down. Putting focus onto this mid wave is a good idea though, because if Talia gets it down, she can shove really hard and then just permanently roam. But like I say, it's the mid pressure is exactly what she's doing. She just shoves the mid wave into the tower, keeping her eyes peeled on the mini map. But she'd rather get this tower than roam, that's for sure. And so boom. All right, still serious. Thank you for that reminder. And there you go. Boom. First blood tower. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Unfortunately, bot lane is getting shat on. So, where do you think Talia is going to apply pressure now, boys? Where do you reckon she's going to go? Well, she's ahead, so it makes sense to try and show bot side. Let's see here. Really low. These guys have to be expecting this one. She's 3 levels up on Cogmore by himself. Now, it's not a 1v1, but still. Look at that. Gets damage off, but kites back. That's important. She does not have flash barrier. There's the barrier. Boom. There it is. And again, I'm going to rewind this one just really quickly here, because this is important. It's important to take a look at how she positions here. So, she initiates, and then she'll strafe left and right when she's trying to like land all the Qs. So she puts the minefield down to try and zone, and then look, she fires out the Qs and she's strafing left and right. To be fair, she needs to hit the first one because she's got so much bloody damage, that guy's so low. But this is a better example here. Fire the Q in a direction and then strafe down. You don't run towards the person. You're always like strafing backward, not backwards and forwards, but like laterally, you know? Run! Nice, beautiful. And that's important because it will take practice to get used to how that really works properly. But it's important to not just go crazy like that and just run at people. If you just run at people, you'll miss all your cues. And I see that a lot, honestly, when I'm playing with Talia. Even when I play Talia in High Diamond, you know, they just do that. They do that way too much. They try and weave a little bit, but they just bomb it towards a target. It's like, you don't need to bomb it towards them. Just weave about. So I want to mention a little bit about the item build here. The Banshee's Veil is actually a fairly common pickup for Talia because she doesn't have any mobility or escapes. But she doesn't get it every single game. But easy peasy lemon squeezy, boys. What's that ultimate for? Not just for roaming, but for cutting off escapes as well. Good shit. Easy kill though. At this point, she's just like popping off. Honestly, she's going crazy. But it is also important to see how she's why has this gone back? Okay, whatever. It's important to see how she's not just shot on mid. I mean, she's got 10 kills at 17 minutes. That's crazy. Let's be real. That's crazy. But Karin's only died 4 times. Only. I mean, Karin's fed her ass off. Let's be real there. But she's getting kills in like every lane. And here we go. You know, you got to use this advantage. You can't just sit on it and play with your willy. You got to actually push forward with it. And here we go. She's roaming around. She's getting kills. On the plus side, the enemy team has the kills on Cogmore, which is what they want. Because Cog, if anyone's going to carry it, will be Cogmore. But Cog's not going to carry it. So they're in a bit of a pickle there. But Cog Lulu, you know, if it were going to happen, it would happen with Cog Lulu. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to just quickly finish what I was talking about with the item build. Banshee's Veil here is... you don't see that too common. But again, she has no mobility at all. No gap closer, nothing like that. So she can be kind of vulnerable. She tends to keep a distance, but she can struggle versus hard engage. And Gragas is probably one of the best examples of a champion with hard engage. And if you're then playing versus an AP mid laner as well, you get the early null magic mantle. You wait until you get your Banshee's Veil. The most common item build that you usually see, I would say like your standard build. You see Morello's into Leandri's very commonly. Is that a word? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. But yeah, Leandri's is a really, really common item on Talia. Riley's kind of serves the same purpose here, but allows her to kite back a little bit more. These guys don't really have too much range outside of Cogmore, so I guess like Jace as well, but Jace isn't going to outrange his Q, right? And their mid laner isn't going to do some kind of like crazy long range, like a Syndra stun or something like that. So the Rise is good. All right, here we go. Initiating the team fight with the ulti here. It means that it splits people out. Like, look at this. Gragas is completely zoned here. It means that Lulu has to use a flash just to get over the wall, and Kog'Maw has to dedicate here because he's got nowhere else to run. So look, like Gragas was literally sitting there spectating that whole fight just because of the Taliyah wall. Cho'Gath, why are you so tanky at 19 minutes? What the hell? Look at this health bar. Look at that. That is disgusting. 3.6k health. He has 700 bonus health. I'm actually kind of shocked. 700 bonus health at 20 minutes. That's a lot. But that still means he has about 3k health at this stage of the game just by itself. Holy shit. Oh, Taliyah hasn't died yet. Is she going to die here? Gragas, does he have his flash? I don't know. I didn't see. Not sure. But good stuff. Alright, let's get forward here. This is boring. Just shoving out minion waves. Killing Lulu. Didn't even get to see that one. Oh my goodness. She has like 0 CDR at this stage. Holy moly, it's disgusting. Okay. Alright. You know what? I actually think you guys probably have a good idea of how Taliyah works from watching this game. But I'm actually curious here. Let me know, by the way, in the comments. Because I think if you see someone stomping someone, it's more entertaining for sure. But I'm not sure you learn quite as much because she's just shitting on him. Shitting on everyone. However, having said that, you do get to see, like, especially those early fights versus Katarina, you see how you meant to play those fights. So let me know. Would you rather see a game like this? Or would you rather see a game where it's different, a different kind of game, you know? I'm not sure. Let me know, though. I guess it kind of is a bit difficult because I'm not like a Taliyah player at all. So I kind of feel like I can comment a little bit about it because I know enough from theory, because I watch replays to learn how to make these videos rather than just talking out my ass. But I'm not, you know, it's not going to be the same as if someone who's actually good at playing the champion was telling you how to play him. But yeah, let me know what you think about that, guys, because that's always a difficulty. Because I tell you, if I upload a game where these guys play like wank, people complain, and people also complain when I haven't watched the replay back. But I kind of like the fact that you guys get to see my genuine reactions. Anyway, here comes another wall. She doesn't necessarily ride this one out. She just put the wall down to zone the targets. That's probably not the best positioned wall. She breaks it almost immediately there. But that is the Taliyah combo. Really common Taliyah combo there. You put down your W, you face it towards your team. And then you put down your E, your minefield straight after it. Skill order, by the way, I mean, you can see at the bottom left here, but QEW is the skill order. Part of the reason for that is because Q is an obvious one, but you get E instead of W second, because you want more damage for wave clearing as well. And it's easier to land your E than it is to land your W. So your W's main role is just to like displace people, and you can do that with a rank 1 W compared to everything else as well. I'm actually interested about this Lee Sin's build. He's rushed Locket, but he doesn't really have that much health yet, so that's kind of surprising. I thought Locket was only good if you had a lot of health. He's getting some health, but he's got Kill Gem, and that's it, you know. That's interesting. Interesting to note that, actually, because I sometimes find that's a bit of a struggle to fit that build, lock it into my build, because it's like, I can't get it yet, I don't have enough health. Anyway, I'm chatting shit. Let's get forward a little bit here. I'm pretty sure this Gragas, by the way, is a pro player. I'm actually not 100% sure. Oh, that's cheeky. It almost gets in, but not quite. What's this guy's name? Let's take a look here real quick. Yeah, Raccoon. I think, is that the sub for, or it might be the main, I'm not sure. Anyway, another creative. I'm totally missing this ultimate here. This is why I say today's kind of a high skill cap champion. That high skill cap champion. There's a few reasons. Using your Q and just using everything, I guess. Actually, all of it's kind of tricky, but using your ultimate not just to roam is. But using it to like cut people off in zone. In team fights, you've seen her do it, but this one here is really smart. So you position yourself so that you can put your wall behind the tower. How are they going to defend the tower now? They can't. And then you just get the tower for free. You know, like, that's crazy. That's really smart. I've got a feeling Talia's going to die soon, though. She's up against a Cog Lulu, and Cog has got his 2-item power spike. So right now, this could be an over-aggression right here. We'll see. I wonder what Gragas is building here. Ruby Crystal and Negatron. What's that even building to? Could be the adaptive, maybe. Yo, this Cog is an absolute beast right now. God damn. It's interesting that these guys are 10k gold down, and just because Kog'Maw's doing well, they have a chance, you know. Nice. That's Kog'Maw down. That's all we want, really. I think she's going down here, boys. It is. She's out of it. I told you I was feeling it. I told you I was feeling that one. They just went a little bit too ham there. They killed Kog'Maw, which is good. You want to kill Kog'Maw, but these guys actually had a decent amount of damage outside of that. I guess, to be fair, that's what happens when you are 15-0 and the rest of your team is like negative scores. Yeah, you got to be a bit more careful there. Normally, though, I would say sacrificing the Talia for the Kog'Maw is a good idea, because, you know, if Kog'Maw goes down... Oops, that's a bit too far forward. If Kog'Maw goes down, you should win. Alright, Baron's the word now, boys. Bird's the word, no, not Bird, Baron. When this spawns, they should rush it, because Kog'Maw is probably not going to be around, so they probably can't contest this one. Talia's actually pretty good at going for neutral objectives, because she can fire off like the multiple Qs. She's also got Leandri's now as well, which does the extra burn onto Baron. So she's pretty good at this, and also more importantly, she's very good at zoning people around this place. So I'm just going to pause here really quickly just so we can talk a bit about this team fight. One of the reasons why Talia is so good, like I say again in these situations, is because her E is a really good zoning tool. So if she puts her E down like here, for example, or here, you completely block off that whole choke. So it means the enemy team is forced to the decision. Do we just wait for it to go down and lose like 10 seconds or however long it stays up for? 4 seconds, not quite 10. Or do we just push through and take loads of damage? So she's really good at doing that. Notice as well how she's positioning behind like everything here. She's not going too far forward. But right now it would be nice to see a Talia ulti kind of like maybe across here or something. Ideally, if these guys push forward and you can block them away from running, that's what you want. I'm not sure if she's quite got the angle for that, but ideally that would be good. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They might not want to go too ham. Is that going to get the kill? Ugh, wait, is that a dagger? On that skin? Crazy. She might try and block them off like down here or something. I'm waiting for her to use her ultimate to block them off though. She's looking to do it at least, surely. Or is she just going to flank with her EW? Now, there's the ultimate. So she's blocking them off with the ulti here. So that's going to like split them a little bit. Worst case scenario, you know, like Kog'Maw's over one side of the wall, but the rest of the team's over the other side. So that's good, right? So let me do this here. Now, the team isn't really following particularly well, not going to lie. They still get someone, that's not too bad. But, oh, there you go. There comes the follow. So this Talia wall really just sets up this whole fight and turns this into something that the blue team is no longer wanting to do. And she's just piecing out here. She's gone, she's done, she's out of it. But the red team gets almost a... Is that going to be a clean ace? I think that's a clean ace. Clean ace. Well, yeah, that's a clean ace. So the red team gets a perfectly clean ace there. And that's going to be the end of the game, I think, most likely. It should be. So get used to using, positioning yourself in the lane with your Q. Moving, just hitting your W is difficult enough by itself, so practice that. And then practice the way you want to play the lane. Do you want to play the lane to win the lane, like Talia did this game? Or do you just want to play it to farm, and then when you get your Morellos, you push the wave in, and once you hit level 6... You can roam around as well. So do you want to do it like that? I mean, Talia is very good at having that versatile playstyle, but very solid at translating a lead to other lanes. And I feel like in solo queue that can be something that's really, really useful. But people in the West don't really play it that much, so maybe it's not your jam. It might not be your jam, but I think she's an underutilized champion in solo queue. If you go up against a one-trick Talia, personally, I get really scared. So because she's just really bloody irritating, because you know she's always going to be there. Running around your plays. A bit like TF, but I mean, yeah, very similar to TF, honestly, just kind of different in the way that she works with her playstyle. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today, boys. I hope you enjoyed the spectate gameplay. If you did, cheeky thumbs up. Again, please let me know what you feel about watching people do well compared to, you know, what the ideal game you like to see. You know, I don't know. I don't know if this game was good enough for you to learn. I feel like it was, but it's on you at the end of the day, innit? So not me. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm not the best, you know, person to analyze mid lane stuff, especially with Talia, but I hope I did you guys proud or did a good job. Anyway, I'm chatting shit right now, so I'm gonna peace out. Thanks for watching. Cheek thumbs if you like it. Subscribe to me for more leggings content. Check me out on Facebook, on Twitter. Catch me streaming at twitch.tv/Foxdrop. But most importantly, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing day. And I will see you in my next. I've got a hair in my mouth. First time, baby. Video.